Well, it starts with a pet. You know, you get a pet, you really like him, and then you go to a dog show and you see what he's supposed to look like. And then you get involved and you meet people and you start talking to people and you start talking dogs.
The judge isn't judging ties instead of just dogs. You might win on that
one. Now Buddy's in bred by, stacking up the dogs, setting them up nice, fixing the front so it's nice and straight. And here she comes. See, she's looking the whole way.
The class is bred by exhibitor. It's a favorite of breeders who are proud of their progeny. All classes are spread by sex, and an exhibitor has several choices, including puppy, novice, American bred, and open, where the competition is stiffest.
Now we're going to see movement. Now the dog's moving down, you're going to see, what does that rear look like? Does it cross over? Does it wobble all over the place? Now comes the front. Is it too wide? Is it too narrow?
Once the class winners have been determined, they re-enter the ring to compete again. The victor of this class is winner's dog. Championship points are only given from the winner's class.
Here we go. Yeah, that was nice. So he's happy. He's really happy now. Now he's nervous. Now he's psyched.
The purple ribbon means points have been earned. Bud DiDonato's dog Blue is a step nearer to becoming a champion English Springer Spaniel, but the race is still not done. Bud and Blue must go back into the ring and vie for best of breed, this time against the winner's bitch and any champions called specials that have been entered.
I mean, I'll tell you, he's a nervous wreck. He's very nervous. He's got to control it so that the dog doesn't get all excited. See, now Buddy is going to try and take best of breed away from one of these two. Here we go. Now see, she's taking a good look and she's saying, what have I got here? This is tough. This is very tough for her. Look, and she's going way back. Now she's saying, oh no, oh no. I know this one's a real specialist dog. I know that one's really good. I really like that one. Oh boy, oh boy. Whoa, yeah! See?
Once best of breed has been chosen, the judge selects best of opposite sex. Now since Blue, a male, won best of breed, then either a bitch champion or the winner's bitch will be awarded best of opposite sex. Now the judge must also award best of winners, a choice between winner's dog and winner's bitch. Confused? Well, suffice it to say, it's a process of elimination.
Hey, buddy.
Thank you.
Oh, you're sweating there.
Yeah, a little
What
bit.
is that?
I'm always thinking that I'm going to win, but actually sometimes I usually expect the worst and hope that the best happens, which was today.
Judging, no matter which breed, follows the same pattern. But what makes a winner is something else altogether.
Chuck, step this way a little bit. Step no closer to Joy. That's it, Mark.
It goes to the dog on the day. This is a dog show. There's a word in here that we have to recognize. It's called show. There's a dog and there's a show. The best dog in the world can come and not show.
And therein lies the key to the canine kingdom beneath the big top. For in this world, every dog really can have its day.
We judge by a standard, and the standard is given to us by each parent club for that breed.
The standard is written very clearly, but the interpretation of that standard may vary from judge to judge.
Some judges may have an aesthetic eye for balance. Others may give more weight to type or a finely modeled head. Some may give more weight to movement or temperament. And it's this subjectivity that keeps exhibitors coming back, hoping that at this show, the judge will make their dog a winner.
It's just like us, we're all different. But there are never dogs that are equal, not ever.
Good for you.
No, I'm dying. He's happy.
Okay, she took best of winners.
This is his 12th point. Now he just needs a major and he's a champion. Major is a 3, 4, or 5-point win, depending on the number of dogs entered on a given day. To be a champion, you must have at least 2 majors in your 15-point team. He has 1 already, and hopefully this weekend we'll put the second one on him and he will be finished.
It can be an elusive quest. Points must be earned under 3 different judges. Some dogs never finish and become a champion. But it's the grail that keeps all exhibitors at the class level on the road to the next show.
I compete almost every weekend, and I came to win. And I did. I brought my new puppy, and I brought my 2-year-old Afghan bitch, and she went best of breed, and the puppy went winner's dog and best of winners today. He got 2 points today. Hopefully, I would like to get him finished in time to go to Madison Square Garden.
After the Kentucky Derby, it is the oldest continuing sporting event in America. It is a Westminster Kennel Club dog show, held every year, each a link in an unbroken chain reaching back to 1877, when the club held its first bench show at the Hippodrome in New York City. 12,000 people jammed in on the first day alone. The opening address was necessarily short because, well, only a few words were audible on account of the barking, snarling, and whining of the dogs. Within 10 years, the American Kennel Club was formed to promote the study, breeding, exhibiting, and advancement of purebred dogs. Regulations were an imperative as the new sport took root and grew. In 1900, 27 shows were held. By 1930, there were over 200. Perhaps the zenith was reached in 1939, when 50,000 people turned out to watch 4,456 dogs compete at the Morris and Essex Kennel Club's show. It was an annual event held each May on the polo field of Geraldine Rockefeller Dodge's husband's 3,000-acre estate, Hartley Farms, in Harding, New Jersey.
You drive up into this polo field, and it was the most lush, beautiful thing that you could ever see. The grass was as green as an emerald. The tents were all of an orange and purple. There were flags on every tent. There were flags in every ring.
135,000 square feet of canvas covered grooming and benching areas, while 60 rings kept the show on schedule.
She had so many rings and so many judges that they could complete the show in one day.
The show lasted from 1927 to 1956, when it was abruptly canceled.
The story is that the AKC tried to change the date on her. Mrs. Dodge just wouldn't stand for that. 2 strong minds, neither one would give.
Morris and Essex is gone, but the tradition continues.
When I started, this is going back, the field was largely big handlers with many dogs were the wealthy. For example, Geraldine Rockefeller Dodge. She had 80 different breeds. 80!
Walter Fletcher has been writing dogs for the New York Times since 1929.
Today, the average person showing dogs will have 1 or 2 dogs. It's not a question of tremendous money anymore. Dog show people are a hardy breed. Weather never stops them. I think most people do it. They like to say, my dog's better than your dog.
Oh, it's a world, and you've got to be competitive. And I thrive on competition. I thrive on winning, really.
We love one another and we hate one another, if you know what I'm saying. Just depends.
I know everybody here, yes. We're all friends.
If you don't have too good a dog, they like you even better.
I'm a professional dog handler. I've been growing up since I'm a kid, involved with dogs. I was born in Wales, and what I do is I specialize in terriers, so I take other people's dogs and get them to the point where they're able to be shown, and then I take them to dog shows.
Peter Green is a member of the dog show world's elite.
I think in this day and age, what makes dog shows interesting to the general public is the way handlers make the dogs show and have them looking.
He is a quintessential dog man. They are his life, they are his living, but that does not prevent him from losing.
The judges are judging the dogs, not the handlers. They don't care who has the dogs. I mean, if I'm showing it or you're showing it, if you're doing as good a job as I'm doing, you just get just as much look.
It's really the only sport where professionals and amateurs compete on the same level. There are no professional classes, there are no amateur classes.
Joy Morrow Bear is a breeder who handles her own Afghan hounds.
I did nothing today. I don't think he likes puppies. And as far as my best of breed bitch, she's not entered because he really doesn't like her.
The savvy exhibitor brings the judge what they think the judge will like. And it does make a difference when you're making your entries.
When it looks, for instance, that you're very successful under a particular judge all the time, it may not be because of you, but you've become wise enough to know to bring them dogs that have these particular traits that they like, and so there's nothing crooked and there's nothing that's dishonest about it. That's part of knowing, it's part of growing.
That's what happens when you don't have enough hands.
With some dogs, however, there is consensus amongst judges.
Some dogs are we call best in show type dogs, and they're few and far between, but we come across them.
He's a very exceptionally sound little dog, but what really sets him apart is he's an exceptional show dog.
He has championed Chidley Willem the Conqueror, a Norwich Terrier. Originally bred in England, they were a favorite of students at Cambridge who used them to hunt rats.
Come on. Willem. Good boy. Attaboy. Come on. Hey, Will. Look. Look. Catch. Catch. Thank you.
Willem is a top-winning terrier in the country. He's on the campaign trail, a vocation destined for only a few. Long past winning his championship, Willem's owner's desire is not just to make him the best Norwich in the country, but to see just how far he can go among terriers in general.
This is a nice guy.
The step up from the breed level is called group competition. All purebred dogs belong to one of 7 groups: sporting, hound, working, terrier, toy, non-sporting, and herding.
If you choose to campaign a dog, you want to be rated national. So what you have to do is you have to win the breed, and then you participate at the group level. And if you win that group, you get as many points as hounds or sporting dogs that were in that particular group, which could be 300 dogs.
Yeah!
National point systems keep tally as the exceptional few vie to be recognized as top dog.
When you're talking about 1.5 million entries, it's probably a few hundred that get into it at the level where they're flying their dogs all over the country competing for these very top awards.
Attitude plays a big part in this. They can't fall apart. They can't get tired. This is not a time to be tired.
You'll spend a lot of money at that level, but some of them are looking for the recognition.
For most, however, the arena is still at the breed level, where the investment is much closer to reality.
To add it all up, it's probably as expensive as golf or any other hobby we're doing each weekend. The entries for dogs are only about $15.
When the economy is good, our business is good. When the economy is bad, our business is better. They might put off buying a dryer, they might put off going to a dentist, but they'll pay their $18 entry fee and they'll take the whole family and go to the dog show.
And the wonderful thing about this particular sport is that if you have very limited budget or you have an unlimited budget, you can still enjoy all the same success and failure as anybody else.
It amazes me that so many people still go to dog shows. Take a 3,000 dog show, which is a big show. Only 10% are going to do any meaningful winning. The other people get nothing.
Tell me your puppy won't be here.
I said probably the puppy bitch.
How about the puppy dog?
I don't know. I'm not in charge of attendance.
My family is all in New England. So it's me and the dogs. These are the people that if you run into difficulty or run into the problem, these are the people you call for help. You know, these are the people that will come down and help you paint the inside of your house and do all that stuff with you. These are your friends.
You're only in the ring for a few minutes, so it's really a social affair as well. There's nothing like that camaraderie. If you have a Yorkshire Terrier, you will meet and become friends with the other Yorkshire Terrier people at that show, and they become part of your new family, your dog family.
And the best thing to me personally are the friends that I've made. I mean, it's my whole life.
All the dogs in there today can win. Any one of them can win it. It's that close. We're all good and we all know each other. So it's going to be who's the most on, quote, what you call on, who's the most animated. So who knows what'll happen today. If we win today, he's finished. He can go in tomorrow as a champion.
What thing that we do first is try to get a panel of judges that we feel that the exhibitors will like and are qualified to do the job. This year we have 1,801 dogs, between 19 and 20 judges.
This judge is interesting though because he's from Norway, so I don't know what he's going to like and what he won't like. It's what we call a turkey shoot. Anybody can win it today. That's probably why it's a major.
Normally we're one of the largest of the shows on the Labor Day weekend. We use the Moss Bow Foley Dog Show organization to superintend our show.
Good morning. Please enter the breed number 128, Retrievers Golden.
Dog show superintendents take care of all the details of a show, from entries to ring setup, catalog printing, prize ribbons, and follow-up reports.
We produce and manage dog shows all over the United States. We currently do about 634 shows a year.
Although they may do 30 shows on a given weekend, each is a unique production.
It is show business in every sense of the word. It's just got that slight little tilt to it that that dog people can give it.
The entry process begins with what is called a premium list.
We print in a year about 3 3/4 million premium lists, which is the advance announcement of the show. It says where the show is, what classes are available, and has an entry form.
Each club distributes its premium list to prospective entrants about 2 months before the show.
The entries start to close the third Wednesday before the show is actually going to be held. If the show was open for entries 6 months ahead, they still would wait until the last Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of closing.
MBF Incorporated gets more overnight mail than any other business in Greensboro, North Carolina.
We process about 730,000 entries a year. It's a very strange business in that anybody who has a dog can compete. All you have to do is make out your entry form and you can be in the ring with Peter Green. You know, you can't get your football and be in the NFL.
Once entries are closed, a catalog listing all the dogs entered in the show is produced. Catalogs are the organizational linchpin of a show. While the presses roll, the MBF Ribbon Division produces the coveted rainbow-hued emblems of achievement.
We use about 325 miles of ribbon to make prize ribbons.
Flat ribbons are stamped and cut, but the only way to make a rosette is the old-fashioned way, by hand. Then, when everything is ready, MBF, like other dog show superintendents in the country, packs up and goes to the show.
Good boy. Good boy. Do right. Easy. Easy. Good boy. Easy. Stop.
We took a third today out of a class of 6. The judge liked him, but not enough to give him first, obviously. The do-right may have been too short for him. Next weekend, we do it all again. We still need one major to finish, so we'll do it.
Now she wants to see that both winner's dog and winner's bitch go together. See how they look. Compare the two together to see them at the same, how that movement is, that it's free-flowing and it's not hacking and frumpy looking.
Donald Tonkin shows one dog, his English cocker, Diva.
Real pretty. She's such a nice little thing.
She's 10 months old, and this is about her 12th show, and she's winning in spite of me. It's a wonderful hobby. The dogs give us so much pleasure. Anybody who owns dogs knows how much fun they are. And then, of course, if you buy a good one, to have them win at the show, that's really great.
I think people are the same now as they were a half century ago. People want to win, which is understandable.
They have a saying in dog shows that the majority of people that show dogs are in it 5 years. Then the people who stay after 5 years are really dyed-in world dog people, gone to the dogs, like people say.
If you're successful at something, then it's wonderful, but then all of a sudden, maybe the success dwindles, and then you start reassessing, why am I doing this? And then you drop out.
But there are those who are in it for the duration. Disappointment is not a deterrence. They are the breeders who have faith in their stock.
Somebody comes along and says, well, I want to buy a dog that I think will do a lot of winning. That's where those dogs come from. People who are trying very, very hard to breed wonderful dogs.
The basic reason for dog shows is an evaluation of breeding stock.
Ah, we got another one. I know. Okay, easy. I don't do a lot of breeding. I'm very selective as far as the dogs that I use. It's been very, very good for me. I mean, I have one litter of puppies that are all champions and 2 best in show winners out of those. So.
The American Kennel Club registered 1.5 million purebred dogs in 1993 alone. It also registered 540,000 litters of puppies.
American Kennel Club, Dennis speaking. How can I help you?
One of the most frequently asked questions is, where do I get a dog?
Anybody looking for a puppy should really try to deal with a reputable breeder. Somebody that doesn't have 50 dogs and 8 million litters.
Properly done, coming up with the right dog can take as long as a year. Fortunately, people are happy to give advice, and there are many places to seek help. Pet food companies have developed computers to match dogs with humans, and libraries are an invaluable resource.
You can come in here, and we can show you articles from the Complete Dog Book. We do not rate or recommend, but we have over 26,000 volumes.
Shelters are filled with purebred dogs. An astonishing 25% of adoptees are registered breeds given up, many times because owners fail to do their homework. Puppies are bought on impulse, with little consideration given to suitability to lifestyle, because they are cute, or because they've been in a popular film.
If the puppy doesn't work out, I want it back. I mean, that's a responsible breeder. You can try to do that with a pet shop and they'll look at you, like you're crazy.
It's all speculation when they're puppies. It's not like they're full grown, you know, anything can change. Some people, their first dogs are their best dogs.
Coming to dog shows is the best thing because you can stand around and talk to people and they'll tell you, they'll say, oh yeah, go talk to Barbara so-and-so or go talk to Jesse, and they'll help you, they'll get you started.
The American Kennel Club has 4,000 clubs that are affiliated with the AKC. If you call, we'll put you in touch with the right people.
You have to go a few times and see who's doing the winning and talk to some handlers and talk to some breeders especially. If you have a dog and you're really interested in showing it, you have to find someone who can teach you about it.
High hopes gather again at the Somerset Hills Kennel Club's 59th all-breed show. Nearly 3,000 dogs are entered.
It's a real large world that most people don't know about, but it's been going on for many years all over the country.
This is our specialty. We have 61 entries today, and we're in the breed entry, so she's a finished champion already, and now we're going competing against for best of breed.
Specialty shows are sponsored by breed clubs. They are sometimes held alone, but often are given in conjunction with an all-breed show. They usually attract a much larger entry and consequently draw competitors that need just that one major to finish.
Usually the cream of the crop show up for specialties, so a win means a lot more.
Hold still. Okay.
There are 11 specialties at this show, and rivalry is intense.
Open dogs, please. Number 1527.
The stakes are high for Blue as well. If he wins the open class, he'll be able to compete for points in the winner's class from a very strong position. It is the major he needs to finish. Since Bud is out of town on a judging assignment, he is handled by Joy Quallenberg, a seasoned pro. For Drew and Judy DiDonato, Bud's wife and son, it is a tense moment at ringside.
Some nice profiles there. First one, third one, the fourth one.
Good boy, Blue. Thank you. Good boy.
Now they're going for winner's dog. This could finish him.
Thank you.
We won. Okay, wait a second, wait a second. One more. All right, here we go. He's got some stiff stuff in him. This is tough for him. This is for the points. No, that was just open class. Oh, jeez.
I swear, I think I just lost 10 pounds.
Oh!
Will you stop, Linda? You make me nervous. Oh, he is going over this and going
I've
over
never
this.
seen anything like this in my life. Oh, yeah, wait till you go to another specialty. They do this all the time.
Yeah, true. I mean,
They
that's
do.
why
Oh,
you don't know what.
This is it. This is it.
This is going to be it, I think. This is going to be it.
All right, yeah.
I could use something to drink, though.
Well, buddy, you missed it.
We got it. Oh! That was good. That was great. That finished him, right? That was great.
We did it, George.
It feels great. Big honor. He defeated all the dogs that were here today at the specialty when winner's dog to become an